Hey everybody, and welcome back to FTL. We are going to be starting a new game here. Let's look at the ships that we haven't finished this game with, and we've got our Lanius Cruiser and our Stealth Cruiser. Have not beaten the game with either of these, so I'm actually going to try the Stealth Cruiser because I actually haven't played a game as the Stealth Cruiser at all. So, as I mentioned last time, we don't have any shields to start with, but we do start with cloaking. Just level 1, but we also have dual lasers and a mini beam. The idea being that we cloak, let these things charge, and then tear the enemies a new one. So let's just get started. The achievements that we're going to be looking for here are destroy a ship at full health during a single cloak in the Stealth Cruiser. With the Stealth Cruiser, avoid 9 points of damage during a single cloak. The tactical approach: with the Stealth Cruiser, get to Sector 8 without jumping to a beacon with an environmental danger. All the way to Sector 8. That's pretty intense, especially since sometimes I'll choose to do that. But we do start with long-range sensors as well as the titanium system casing. So basically, since we're probably going to get hit, this will give us a chance to not actually take damage to the system, which basically just is like a kind of a we're sorry for doing this to you. But we do also start with a pretty darn good engine. Now this is really actually quite bad. So I'm actually going to charge up both of these and immediately cloak, because that beam drone is going to hurt a lot. It's going to swing right there. So we resisted damage, as you'll notice, and I'm immediately going... I'm going to wait for the mini beam. I'm going to immediately throw that there. Hopefully this will take this drone out. That's what I'm hoping. The mini beam is really short. Like, stupid short. Can I hit 4 rooms with this? Yes, I can. So we did take out the drone. They also have a beam weapon too, which is really unfortunate. I'm hoping here that before their shields are up, I'll be able to mini beam them again, and if I can hit 4 rooms, which I can, we're going to win. I'm not accepting surrender, I'm about to kill you. So we're bound to take some damage here, which is sucky, to say the least. Honestly, I'm doing that right away. If we can avoid damage... I'm not going to be saving all that much scrap. I'm going to buy shields as soon as I humanly can. So they've got 1 laser and a defensive drone. Do I... We try for the dodge. Yeah! Alright, we're gonna put dual lasers on shields. And then we're just gonna go a little crazy. Can I hit all 4 of these? I don't think so. But we've stopped their weapons, which is pretty much all we can hope for. And their shields are down as well. And we finish them off. So that wasn't too bad. And we get a bunch of scrap. That's very nice. I'm gonna jump here, here, and then here. I don't have enough to buy shields just yet, because I'm pretty sure shields are actually rather expensive. Ooh. Buying a drone schematic. I'm gonna want that eventually. Okay, but I didn't want it now. Oh my, did some crazy damage. Can you put that out all by yourself? I'm gonna have to dodge this first round of shots. Okay, so that's bad. We are going to be using the fact that this is a breach to our advantage. I'm waiting the full duration here, just so that hopefully my ship will do okay. Oh man, that's really unfortunate. We're gonna go this way. So they're taking some damage. We are taking a lot of damage. Oh, should I accept their surrender? No. Both your weapons are out as far as I can tell, and you managed to resist some hull damage because you're a rock. Okay, so our auction's back up, so I'm not all that worried about this being empty. Totally didn't save my crew their locations. I can barely tell where they were, but alright, just get everything repaired back up. Go ahead and hang out in the med bay. We've got enough power. Start fixing that if you would be so kind. Just watching his health very carefully. And we're good. Alright, so I'm pretty sure John was our weapons. Aki was our engines. Kirby was our pilot. And then we will save these positions. Alright, so here and then to the store. We scan the wreckage so we don't have to risk ourselves. We go to the store. And we find out how expensive shields are. Oh, I hate you, game. So shields are 125 scrap. Question is, can I afford this pre-igniter? And the answer is no. And even if I could, I'd probably buy the shields instead. We'll carefully cut the ship out and get some scrap. We really need to maximize if we want to get shields. I could just go crazy on the engines. Alright, missile and an ion. I'm not so worried about the ion, it's the missile I'm worried about. Oh man. So I found another downfall of this ship, and that's that we've got a decently long way to go. We're going to cloak there. And then we're going to come out with the dual lasers on the shields. And then we're going to see if we can hit weapons. Okay, so we didn't manage to actually take out the... Yeah, he's just going to kind of walk freeform into wherever he wants. And we're going to have to deal with him. They ran away. Wherever you go. Yeah, he hasn't taken very much damage. So what we're going to try and do here... screw it, we're just going to fight him. He's not going to win this fight. I'm just going to have to actually move all my guys back into the med bay after this to heal them all up. If you can avoid it, it's always best to jump with non-healed crew. One of the main qualms I have with the clone bay is that you just can't heal people up. So I'm going to do my best to avoid environmental hazards to try and get that achievement. Nothing happened from our attempting to communicate peacefully. Doesn't surprise me, really. Alright, I'm just gonna cloak right off the bat. No, I'm not. I'm gonna wait till they fire. Now, if I can kill them, I will actually get that one achievement. I do believe... Yeah, Bird of Prey. We got the achievement. That was a really weak ship, though, which is pretty awesome. We're running pretty good on scrap. The question is, can I make it 2 jumps? And I can actually judge that. That's actually really convenient. The way that those markers went out, I don't think I can, so to the exit. I'm not accepting the bribe. Missile and a laser. A heavy laser. And we're going to wreck them. Now they do still have a missile though, which is unfortunate. Aha! You're going to die now. Luckily, they had rooms close enough together. So upon close inspection, you realized the ship was a rebel scout. Yeah, we're just gonna destroy the ship and salvage it. I could have gotten them to delay it, but I would have just jumped away and jumped back, and it wouldn't have been worth it. We're gonna go to the abandoned sector, so we're gonna be dealing with Lanius. Not sure how I feel about that, but we do need to aim for a store here. I'd like to get shields. Yeah, I'm not using missiles, so I'll totally make that exchange. Once again, going to a more central marker. Nearby planet? Sure, nothing happened really. That's okay. That was probably a little too risky. Can lose a crew member on those. Federation Science Craft is docked with the new Lanius ships. You hail them and ask what's going on. Greetings, we have been attempting to understand our region's newest visitor, the Lanius, although we have been making little headway. We'll ask if there's anything that can help our mission. Okay, so some drone parts and some scrap. And a store. Very nice. So we've got shields. I like the shields. I'm thinking an upgrade to the halberd beam. That sounds delicious to me. I really like the halberd beam. I like it more than I should. It's gonna be a little bit before we can use it, especially because, well, let's get one more thing of power. So now we actually have 1 bar of shields, which is very nice. I'm trying to figure out the best way to traverse these, since I don't want to go. I can't go there. I don't think that's 3 jumps away, so we're just gonna go there. There's no really good way to go about this. I should have taken an extra jump. Alright, so they have flak, and that's what we're gonna dodge. Or try to dodge. Alright, so we've damaged their shields, we've damaged their weapons. With our 1 shield, we will totally be okay. I feel like the music's a little loud. I'm personally still trying to pin down a lot of my sound issues. So I'll just make a slight adjustment. I might have also just made it too soft. It's going to be way too hard to tell in the midst of things. And we finish them off. I did a sound check before this, but I never really trust those all the time. We'll jump here. I'll probably end up ricocheting around the exit. Visit the exit a little early. A beam and a laser, so we will try, or yeah, we'll try and dodge the heavy laser. Luckily, this layout lets us do this with the mini beam, but I'd really like to get rid of the mini beam as soon as I can, for favor of the halberd beam. That was a little risky since the mini beam was not going to be able to do enough by itself there, since the shields were still up. But I believe this will finish them off quite handily. Building up another small stockpile of scrap. Since I don't have to ricochet back and forth, I'm going to go to the exit here. It'll allow me to hit some of the things around the exit before we go. No, I'm sorry, I don't need drone parts just yet. So I'm going to go here. This gives us the option of hitting these two and then coming back to the exit, which I think is the most efficient thing we can do. Another flak laser combo. They're going to fire at the same time. They did last time. They did manage to hit with one of those. We have managed to take out their weapons and their shields. They're going to surrender. 4 fuel is tempting, but I don't really need the missiles. I'd rather have the scrap. Hopefully our dual laser will be able to take them out, and indeed it does. So here's where I upgrade my weapon system. And I could upgrade it again, but instead I'm going to put another power bar in there. That way, if I want to, I can just power the halberd beam, which is going to be really useful, so long as, of course, there's only one. Darn it. Well, we've got intruders, and we don't have any upgrades to doors, so we pretty much take the approach of get to the chopper, and everybody flees to the med bay. And they are forced to fight us while this guy runs around aimlessly. My medbay is not powered. I have made a grave error. Like a grave error. It's going to cost me my crew. Well, luckily it didn't, but that came damn close. I usually get annoyed when people mess that up, and now I'm the one to do it, so oops. Definitely makes me feel silly not having noticed that, because usually I try and have one extra power to keep my med bay going. Unfortunately, we don't actually get anything for that, which still sucks. We'll explore the asteroid field. Got 33 scrap, I'm okay with that, and back to the exit. So we did make it just barely in time. So our next sector is going to be Zoltan controlled no matter what we do. So we might as well. Now this means I'm probably going to want my dual lasers up. Once again, I'm going to at least attempt to avoid any bad places. Let's see. We'll submit to profiling. We're not giving up. It's utter villainy. One of our crew member is wanted on 5 charges of utter villainy. We will refuse and fight. I really need to upgrade my doors. So they've partially disabled our weapons, which really sucks. I managed to get somebody to doors. So we are just going to do some venting. They've got quite a strong showing. Well, I guess we should be auto-firing these basically since we don't have much of a choice, but hopefully I can take down. Nope, not gonna quite make it. Luckily they all died, so we'll now close our doors. Now this could... Yes, and it did in fact. we have the chance of taking it down. If both hit, we definitely had a shot on them. And luckily now they only have their beam weapon up. We will wait for our dual lasers to be in sync with our mini beam. Flaming. Now I could kill them, or I could hope that the flaming shield room does it. Or I could be insulting and ping it for one. Now I can't hit them again unless I want them to die. Doesn't look like the fire is going to kill them, so oh well. I can hope. Utter villainy. That's fantastic though. Alright. Pike and Ion, so I'm actually going to have to be pretty careful here. I'm going to trade out the mini beam. Now I have to remember that my halberd beam is being used at the cost of my med bay. We're just going to auto fire the dual laser for now. I do need to dodge that because the pike beam is very dangerous still. The halberd beam is ready. So they messed up their... They very much messed up their coordination, so they are going to be punished. And actually I'm going to hit like this. Oh, I didn't even realize we were going to finish them off there. But indeed we did. And we're going to jump over here. Now I am looking to go to a store and maybe get some better weapons, some drones or something like that. I do believe they cannot hurt us. I believe. That looks like a one shot. And indeed it is. Which means they cannot harm us, which is fantastic. We will crush them beneath our boot. Especially because they have such a terribly laid out ship. 4 fuel is tempting. Oof. Yeah, I'm gonna accept your offer. 4 fuel is really good. Still trying to hit as many places as I can before I go to that store. Another Pike Ion. Hopefully they will no longer have these in sync. This is going to behave the same way as the last one, although I don't believe we'll be able to kill them in a single halberd beam, because we're only going to be able to hit... I can't hit both those rooms at the same time, so we won't. We'll just hit them like this. I'm not going to accept this surrender. And the dual laser on shields should finish them off. Very nice. 36 scrap, 2 fuel, definitely much more worth it there. So my plan is going to be to go through here like this, after I hit this and then hit the store. I may or may not have enough room for that. So they're immediately going to hack. I don't know where that's going to land. It looks like weapons. So I'm actually going to cloak. And yes, it is just going to stay there, but hopefully I can immediately get off a dual laser and a halberd beam into the hack. Nope, not quite enough time. And that's basically everything we wanted. They cannot harm us anymore. I'm just gonna wait for the dual laser halberd combo again. And that's just because otherwise I'll have to wait for the full dual lasers again. And crushed. They did get close, but it just wasn't close enough. Now my plans could get messed up if one of those is an ion storm. Repair arm, fire beam. Do I want to go beam heavy? I'd still need a better way of taking them down. Comes with a defense drone. That's really hard to say no to. So is the fire beam. The fire beam just is so crazy. Yes. Call me crazy, but ions can be a pain in the ass. And that'll give us a significantly better shot. There's a good chance we won't be affected by them. So we can actually do some trading here. If I can synchronize dodging both those with a cloak, I will be happy. I don't think it's going to fire in time. So that was literally a waste of a drone part. It doesn't have any shields, so it doesn't actually hurt to just auto-fire this. Can I do that? Is that possible? It's so close. In fact, it is possible. And there we go. So that was a waste of a drone part. That's a real shame. But not much I can do. Okay, so that's a store. With 43 scrap, is it really worth going to a store? The answer is probably no. So I'm just going to bypass that store, because I'm going to see something that I wish I had, and then be sad that I don't have it. I'm going to cloak the missile. I don't need to use a defense drone on it, because that laser is not going to be able to hurt me. And the first thing I'm going to do is tons of damage. I'm going to send it this way, actually. That way, just in case that shield gets up in time, I'm going to do full 2 damage to the shield room. No surrendering. And they're severely wounded. I do need to get my fire beam active here pretty soon. I'm going to need 6 between everything. Probably should sell the mini beam here pretty soon. Alright. So how to go about this one? Well, no need for missile defense. The bomb will only do system damage. Might as well auto-fire that. Unless that goes and hits shields, we don't really care. It was a miss anyway. Now, I could halberd beam this and try and hit the shields, but waiting for just the dual lasers to come up isn't going to be worth the time. This actually might be worth it. I should be able to hit all of these. Actually, you should always start with shields, if you can. So if I'm cutting through and lancing and trying to hit the shields and then hit other stuff, I definitely want to start in the shield room. Because the halberd beam is going to do 2 damage, -1. So 1 damage to the shield room. Now that could be enough to take down their level of shields, which would mean 2, 2, and 2 to everything else. And in fact, it was enough. So as you see, it's definitely worth it. I would have only done 1 damage, 1 damage, 1 damage, and then 1 damage to the shield room again, which would have been 4 damage, and instead I did 7. Significantly better. Yeah, it's not worth going to that store. Their pursuit will jump to catch me really quickly. Single life form? Let's check it out. Let's try and find some help for him. Hey, Charlie. What's up? Charlie, you're gonna go to shields, man. Thanks for being sane. I really appreciate that. I don't think it's appreciated as much as it should be. 10 fuel for 3 missiles? Yes. So we're going crazy. Let's do this. There we go. What will this allow me to do? This will allow me to do some shenanigans. Like, trade in the fire beam here. If I want to, I can try and burn somebody to death with the fire beam. if the opportunity arises for that to be a useful method, then I'll definitely go for it. But there's nothing here, so we wasted a fuel, but honestly, I'm not hurting because there is 25 fuel sitting there. Let's look for survivors. It looks like your crew member's not going to make it. Well, it was nice knowing you, Charlie. I didn't really grow attached to you. We're going to Zoltan Homeworlds, why not? I'm really sorry you're gone, because I didn't intend for that to happen. But I can't say that I'm really torn up about it. I know that makes me a bad person, and I'm sorry about that, but not much I can do. Alright, so Halberd Beam. Immediately dangerous and bad. Like, very much so. So I'm thinking here... we're gonna have some trouble, is what I'm thinking here. That Halberd Beam is gonna be able to hit us no matter what. We only have one shield. So I'm thinking... we wait till the dual laser is up. We fire the dual laser. We cloak. That's gonna fire like immediately. I'm gonna say we fire the dual lasers. That was bad. And then we Halberd Beam as much as we possibly can. We hit weapons, so Halberd Beam got a little bit damaged. It's about to fire. Okay, that definitely hurt. But we don't need dodge chance right now. I'm going to wait until the Halberd Beam is up. Just in case that happened. Starting on shields, raking down. We don't quite finish them, but they've... yeah, we're gonna be okay. Did take some damage there, we're at about half health. But overall we are still doing okay. I do need to get second bar of shields here, and soon. I'm just gonna cloak past the missile. This might be one to kill with fire, actually. Let's give it a shot. The reason why I'm doing that is because now I can put up a defense drone. I'm going to need that defense drone. Simply because... wow, defense drone. I'm so disappointed in you right now, defense drone. I need to move this here. Defense drone! What the hell? Alright, well, good thing that's on fire, because now everything else is too. That one you get. So their shields are indubitably down. Fire beam to the rescue. Now their weapons are pretty much hosed as well at this point. I'm firing there to do some damage to him. This is just going to end with them all dying. Yes. Yes, burn. I want you to die. So yeah, killing things with fire is stupid effective. It makes sense. I mean, you're killing stuff with fire. We'll participate in their study. 20 scrap. That's cool. Alright, so now we hit the store. And yeah, we should be okay here. Hopefully they've got something good for 120 scrap, and if they don't, well, then they don't. Well, flak is good. It's only a flak Mark 1. But if we're going flak fire halberd, we will need something else is the problem with flak fire halberd. So maybe I'll trade out fire later on in the run. But for now, flak fire is actually probably one of the better things we could have. I could pick up another defense drone. Since we can only have 2 drones, I'm actually thinking about doing that instead. Alright, but we're gonna sell the mini beam Because I think what that's going to give us is that's going to give us the defense drone 2. If we power both of those, it'll be really, really hard to actually hit us. And I'm also going to get Fired him. Nice. And put him in shields, because he's already awesome in shields and free power. Getting power from Zoltans is one of the greatest things that you can possibly do. Choose our death. We'll choose Rockmen, because they're going to come at us like this and we're not going to care. Now, I can't actually kill them with fire. Well, I can. This will be fun. You'll see. I'm going to do it. I'm going to kill Rockmen with fire, and it's going to be really ironic. That's actually a double shot, isn't it? So watch this. As long as we set enough on fire and put enough priority in the right places, their ship will basically just burn. Now that did hit our weapons, but luckily we're only using 3 anyway. So we simply... Now basically we just wait until the oxygen runs out, which will happen relatively quickly. Now I have to be careful here. I can't actually fire at them again. I have to hope that they burn to death. Because if I fire again and it takes out the shields, I'll be screwed, basically. They actually resisted hull damage there, which means I can do this. Now they won't die to that, but with 1 health and 15 health, I don't think they'll be able to fix that. As the oxygen slowly drains. It's actually pretty hard to kill Rockmen with fire. I gotta wonder what that feels like. Knowing you're gonna die because there's nothing you can do. I don't really want to know. But we just got a ton of scrap for that, so I'm not complaining. Nice, so we've got some good options actually. Presuming, of course, that none of these are plasma storms, which I will have to then avoid. If that's the case, I can jump out right there. I should get a 2nd level of shields with this 100 scrap. Now I get a healing burst, so that's something to sell. Exactly enough for a 2nd level of shields. Which is exactly what I wanted. Now there are intruders aboard. They appear to be in empty rooms, because I haven't seen any fists. Alright, they're in cloaking. There looks to be 4 of them. They are now headed for the door. The medbay is basically automatically powered because we've got a Zoltan in it. They're trying to escape. He needs to get healed. And there's no more intruders on board. How quaint. Alright, you get back there. Everybody back to your places. You actually go get yourself healed. Once again, I need to save because we, of course, fired him. We really should be working weapons with the loadout that we've got. Let's just save that. And we're off to this distress signal. This distress beacon. It will help. We can make this. We can totally make this. We'll check it out. Looks as though the team could break through the fragile layer of the moon's surface into hidden caverns. And we get a hull beam, something else, and some scrap. So more stuff to sell, and yeah, a store at which to sell it. What else do we got here? Got another Zoltan. We don't want that. We don't want that. We're at 120 scrap. Mind control sounds delicious. If we get mind control, we cannot get the other Zoltan. And we have nothing else worth selling, or that we want to sell. I could sell the titanium casing. I think it's worth getting the mind control. Mind control is one of those things that we're going to want. It'll also make killing things with fire a lot easier. Like a lot easier. So this will be interesting. We're going to have to cloak our way through the first missile. We do have 2 shields, so we will be able to withstand that. I am going to launch the fire beam. Try and hit as many rooms as possible. And we've perfectly taken it down. So now we can mind control the pilot. Do I trust a 30% chance? No, I don't. And I'll make sure we power the oxygen. Alright. Now burn. Now we don't actually have the ability to punch through here, which is the dangerous part. No chance. And this is why we need some stronger lasers. Because dual laser halberd beam can get us through three shields. But we have to be able to power that. Which we can. Currently. But we're going to have trouble with 4 shields. We'll repair 10 damage. For 20 scrap, I think that's worthwhile. NG controlled or NG controlled? Let's go here so that we just have more options. Just more options. Now I forget what our second achievement is here. 9 points of damage in a single stealth cycle. That'll probably happen against the mothership. Sorry, the flagship. Before anything else. I will give them fuel. We're going crazy with fuel. So yeah, now we get to see a bunch of stuff. There's only one hazardous location here. So I'm saying we wiggle our way up and then across. And I think we'll be good. Gonna pay their toll. Well, we'll put up a defense drone. We'll auto-fire that. It's gonna take 3 barrages to get through. The only thing that's a danger is their missiles, so long as our defense drone isn't completely worthless. This is literally the worst defense drone I've ever seen. Like, it's literally depressing. Alright, pilot. Well, there you go. Alright, well, we still got a cloak cycle, so there's that. Really? Fires didn't start? Now they do. Hopefully that'll keep them busy. Now I totally whiffed on the fact that our oxygen was getting low, so why don't you fix that? Now the fire in the shield room is raging. Alright, you managed to fix it in the nick of time. Congratulations. Thank you for being a boss. We now should be okay as they now burn to death. At this point, it's effectively inevitable. Don't care. I'm not powering that. Should probably do that. That's a good surrender, even though I already have long-range scanners. And we break it down into scrap, because we already have it. And they're actually going to live. And by they're actually going to live, I mean the ship won't be destroyed. Oh, they did heal the medbay entirely. They actually might live. I'm really tempted to sit here and find out. No, they're gonna die because the oxygen's gonna run out. Oh well, it was close, guys. I appreciate that you surrendered. Yeah, I'm thinking just sweeping through here like that. I'm gonna have to hit that store. I do need to upgrade. Ooh, we trap the cache. We can make more jumps now. We'll rescue the store. It's cool because I was going there anyway. I do know what this was, but if we had an NG crew, this is where we'd be able to get the virus. We actually might not be able to do this. And the reason I say that is because they've got a defense drone Mark II. So we have to switch to the halberd beam and the dual lasers. Because one of our lasers is always going to get shot down, basically. That's going to start doing more and more ion damage as well. We're gonna have to do a lot of damage. Okay. This is good. We only have to get one more shot through. Well, we've got some options here. Trying to decide what they are. I don't know if I can actually kill them. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill them. I could have made some stuff happen, but it wasn't gonna be worth it in the end. I'm gonna hit this, this, and we're gonna swing down, I think, like that. I don't think it's worth me hitting that store, although I could. They're pretty far behind, but I don't think they're that far behind. I don't think they're that far behind. Maybe I'm wrong. They've got a defense drone 1. I should be able to take out... I should be able to take out their missiles in the first barrage. Especially because I'm going to mind control the pilot. Which means... And I'm gonna try going back to this. This isn't going to work. I need to wait for that shield to come up so that all I do is set them on fire. I basically have to hope that the fire kills them before it takes out all the systems, and I don't think that's going to happen. Well, they get props for trying. I guess I do just have to kill 2 of them. Oh, never mind, there are 3 there. Yeah, that's the real problem right there, is that they've got a med bay. I'm like inclined to, like, I have to try. Yeah, see, that's the problem. Yep. Only one more thing had to die by fire. We got 5 hull points and 50 scrap and a shop. And there's a weapon pre-igniter. Yes, please. So what are we gonna sell? We gotta sell one of these. I want to keep long-range scanners for that achievement. So I'm gonna get rid of the we're gonna get rid of the reverse ion field. For weapon pre-igniters, like, I'm not sad about that. Now the question is, do I want to pick up something else? I think the answer is for now no. I'm waiting for the right weapon combination. We'll do it like this. We'll get a beacon in the middle. Flak 1, I'm not all that inclined. Sure, we'll pick up a Zoltan though. He's good at shields and fighting. We're gonna put you in the door room. Oh no, we can't put you in the door room. How good are you at weapons right now? Really good. You're pretty good at engines. I gotta put him somewhere. Aki, I really like you, dude. But if you wouldn't mind, I'd really appreciate it. I don't think I can make it to both stores, honestly. I'm actually not really worried about that ship. And we might kill the pilot. So they actually could do some damage. The question is, will they be able to, when their entire ship is burning? I'm guessing the answer is no, but I can hope, right? So much fire. I think we're going to have them here. He's just sitting in the oxygen room, doesn't know what to do. I don't think I'm gonna make it in time. I touched it. Touched it. The ship's not gonna blow up before he dies. What happens if I mind control him? Okay, he'll just attack the oxygen. He's only gonna last a second once the fire drops through here, which is in just another second or so. Or I'll just do that. Very nice. 1, 2. That's cutting it a little too close. A little too close for comfort there. We can totally make this. We can totally do it. This is just so good. This is just so good. I love Zoltan crew members. You're too good at weapons for me to take you off right now. But like, we now have 4 energy past what we possibly could get otherwise. So you're just barely out. I have spent a lot of scrap though for it though. We're gonna attack you. 2 lasers and a missile. I should be able to handle that. And then we burn your ship. When I say we should be able to handle that, I mean I'll cloak through it once and not have to worry about it after that. Pretty much nothing they can do about this except accept it. Fine. You win this time. You got one of my drone parts. Didn't want to take that damage. Honestly, there's no point in them coming closer to us. So why don't we do this since I've got the scrap. Now we can power all 3 of those and we'll get them all with the pre-igniter. And we should, well, depending on how this goes, we'll have another bar of shields. I will get another bar of power as soon as I can though, definitely. Ooh, we're going to demand this surrender of your goods. So this is where we go. Halberd beam from the shields through to the weapons. That's unfortunately not going to be enough. Their FTL is delayed, however. And then fire! Was that all the lasers? Yes, it was. Basically, we're just going to let them burn. We just kind of have to hope that they die before their systems do, because they're going to lose weapons here real fast. Yep. I have to hope that my fire beam comes up. There we go. I basically had to hope, because they're about to be destroyed anyway, because weapons is about to go. Come on. Come on, weapons. You know you want to. Alright, well, I'm just going to jump to the next sector. Civilian or NG homeworlds. I'm probably going to go this way and try to... Yeah, so I can choose green. Yeah, we're not using any missiles, so let's go for it. Store right off the bat, but I can't go to the other one because it's a hazardous area. Just got a ton of scrap. Right before 2 stores. I think we still have stuff to sell. I really want to replace these dual lasers, but that's not it. So we do that, I guess. Because why not? That's like 5 extra power. What do we have? So we actually don't have anything to sell. I'm a liar. Alright, so you're ridiculous at engines, so let's put you in engines. What are you? You're good at shields and fighting? Well, I guess we finally do this. I know you're good at weapons, man, but we're just gonna have to live with it like this. Look at this, I've got 6... Sorry, 5. Why did I miscount that? I knew that number. I'm gonna go here first. I'm gonna go there first just because I'd like to pick up a little bit extra scrap since we've got nothing. We're gonna attack this ship. They're going to teleport in. I guess I'm okay with that. So we're just gonna make this a non-factor basically. I can't hit shields and... Where are they anyway? They're in the door room. That means they are going to get rid of my doors. Let's mind control one of them. They're going to fight each other, while their friends over here run around mindlessly. Should really open that door. See, now he's gonna get into some place that he's not supposed to get. There's a really good chance that they're just gonna die. Mostly because their systems are gonna go. Didn't realize they got that fixed, but that's okay. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Fire beam wasn't up yet. Yeah, they're about to easily lose 2 systems. Yep. Couldn't quite kill them. Did too much damage with the halberd beam. I should have foreseen that as a consequence. Now I should be able to afford just about any weapon that I find, and as I said, I really want to replace these dual lasers. Dual lasers just really aren't all that great. Flak 1 though isn't all that much better. That's the problem. I mean, it's 3 shots versus 2, which means with the halberd beam we can get through just about anything. So I think I don't have a choice but to at least replace them now. I can always switch things up later. Another weapon pre-igniter? We've seen 3 weapon pre-igniters. Now I can't upgrade that just yet. I'm gonna need another 30 scrap or so. Which means that I'm actually gonna have to switch off of the halberd beam. Just because I physically can't get through shields then, basically. Oh, this is actually a good time for it then. So, pilot. Suddenly be useless. And this is just too good of a stretch. The clone bay is on fire. Waiting for that missile. Now, the problem here is if all 3 of these don't hit, I'm in trouble. Wow. Well, defense drone it is. Against that missile, we kind of need it right now. Basically, at this point, we just are trying to kill them. That was silly. Totally misfired that. They're pretty darn injured. I think I might have to switch to the halberd beam. Got really quiet. Not enough. I was gonna miss anyway. I think we just wait to mind control the pilot. I'm not sure what it just shot down. I think I have to switch. Unfortunate as it may be, I'm just cloaking to cloak at that point. Give us some time. Maybe the correct answer here is to halberd beam and then switch back, so I'm gonna give that a shot. I'm an idiot. I thought I fired my flak, but I didn't. that makes things unfortunate. We're not in a stalemate. If they actually were to be smart and fire their, and charge their laser almost fully. Alright, so this is now much more feasible. Significantly more feasible. Mostly for the reason that their clone bait is currently down. We did just take some damage in the cloaking. So why don't you, Johnson, go start repairing. I need to stop them from repairing that clone bay. Yeah, I'm not gonna get this done the way I want to. That missed, thank goodness. Yeah, there's only one way to do this, and it's by killing them. Actually killing them. There might be another way. Man, but it needs to be better than that. So the pilot's next. Mind control the pilot. Launch the flak. I think we just do this. Shields did come back up there, but if we can keep doing damage to that, it might be feasible, but it's only got 1 health, is the thing. But they can repair it faster than I can launch stuff at it. Well, they hit us. Yeah, we're gonna have to kill them. We don't have much of a choice. Oh well, it was worth trying. It's always worth trying to kill them with fire. But now we've got enough to do this. Which is what I wanted all along. Where do we take it from? Oh, we'll take it from the defense drone for now. See if we need it. But with this, we should be able to do some pretty good stuff. This will be challenging, however. So they have 2 defense drones. This, once again, might not be possible. Well, we killed 1, so we're just gonna go a little crazy and do this. Which just wipes a lot of damage on them. And they're not actually... Don't know if we're going to be able to pull this off, because that's going to get repaired real fast. Yeah, I think we just got to go for the kill. This is definitely showing us how we're going to have some troubles with defense drones and whatnot. I would really like a Flak 2. That's my, it's my dream. That's the dream. We'll see if we can make it happen. We'll use mind control system to calm him down, because I don't want to send a human to do it when the Mantis could probably just cut him in 2. Get us to a nearby station? Sure. That's to the next sector. Okay. Alright. What appear to be a single damage ship has affected 2 ships that have smashed into each other. A flurry of comm signals and damage. It's hard to determine what's occurred. Vessel appear to be NG. These are 2 NGs merging, so I'm ignoring them because I know what they're doing. They're getting it on, basically. Just 78 scrap lying around. Cool beans. What about here? Anything going on here? It's a beautiful planet. Sure, we'll dock the refueling platform. We'll seal the blast doors. We get 5 fuel. Cool beans. I'll take free fuel. I mean, it basically pays for a lot of the jumping that we've previously done. We'll scan the wreckage and get even more scrap. Off to the next sector. Rebel controlled. I really do need a better layout than this, and it's kind of... well, son of a... Yo, dog, I heard you wanted an achievement, so screw you. Asteroid field is probably better for us. That's really frustrating. I hate you, game. Like, with a passion. Alright, so how do we do this? Well, we don't need that. We'll see what else we need as of right now, but we're going to fire the flak. We're gonna hit the shields. We don't really need the fire beam at all, actually. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need the defense drone up here. Good thing I did it when I did. Yes, I'm sure the Breach had them worried, because, you know, they're an AI ship. I'm trying to go centralized. I want to find a store. I really need to improve my layout here. I probably need to trade in my... Okay, well... I need to trade in my fire beam. And I think we're going to have to take the Hull Smasher 3 instead of the fire beam. Fire beam's fun, but honestly I need firepower. Like, that's what I need right now, is firepower. Alright, so now we've got a lot of power. We've got 3 power ups, so now we can power our defense drone. Man, everywhere. So basically, we want to keep something like this. So we're gonna send our flak first, just barely. We should have mind controlled the pilot. That was dumb. That is some ridiculous damage. We dodge with exactly 100% chance. No surrendering for you. This is actually really strong. That hull laser hits really hard. Okay, so I was never gonna make it through this place. I would have to have gone down through here. That's insane. That's utterly insane. Game, sometimes I just hate you. Like, just pure outright loathe you. Wow. Is this thing's chance to breach low? I definitely thought so. Do I risk the one shot? Yeah, I risked it. We had a pretty decent dodge chance. Weren't you indoors? No. I do have some people that are currently damaged, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put you guys in there. I'm sorry that you guys are, you know, kind of relegated to doors and sensors and stuff, but it's pretty much just because if I have the Zoltans anywhere else, it literally is just a waste of the fact that I have them. And honestly, what I have right now is absolutely silly in an awesome way. Good God. What is going on in this sector? A pulsar? I'm actually kind of okay with a pulsar, but let's go this way. This is why I'm okay with a pulsar. Jones, you're awesome, but you're sorry. We dismissed him. We dropped him off on like a nearby planet or something. Yeah, we didn't like kill him or anything. I don't think. I hope not. We better not have. Jesus Christ, this gun is actually really awesome. Oh my gosh. Just destruction. Utter chaotic destruction is just what occurred. Is what just occurred. Sensors for 36 scrap? I actually think that's better than what we'd get it for, so sure. I'm pretty sure that's better than what we would have gotten it for. I don't actually know. I'm gonna attack them. Hell, I want the scrap. I don't know what you're gonna do now. What you gonna do? Miss us. How silly. Not quite enough. Good thing we're not using our drone control. And it opened a breach there too. It is absolutely crazy. We found nothing useful in the station. That's unfortunate. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. Oh, you might be able to make it there and back from the exit. Get in there and help. Twice as fast. Alright. Thank you, guys. Oh, you have cloaking too. It'll be sad to know that I don't really care if you do or not. Because you're going to open with a barrage. And I'm just going to cloak past it. And then it's going to be followed by this. Alright. That. Now you do have a missile left, I will admit. But it shall not fire. It almost fired. Almost, but not quite. So I'm gonna jump to the exit. And we have enough time to investigate that, so we shall. Too bad there was absolutely nothing there. So, on to the last stand. With 306 scrap, we'll have to figure out what we want to improve. We are full health with a ton of fuel. The base is pretty close. So, question is, what do I want to upgrade? I think I want that. So I can power both of those. That's going to take 3 more. Alright, so that's what we got. Now anything that we have on top of this is extra. It's bonus. So far I like this. Can't really put any buffer on any of our systems, but I like this. We've got an extra power, so hopefully we can upgrade something somewhere. Honestly, I might just go fight these and get some extra scrap so that I can build up buffer on these. So we're gonna... Ooh, that's nice. I really do like having like advanced sensors. And something along the lines of that. Now they've got like 1 shot and an overshield. And they're gone. It was very easy, 42 scrap. That actually gives us enough for our next level there. Honestly, I'm probably only going to use 1 level of cloak. And that's because it syncs up better timing-wise. That sounds a little weird, but it syncs up better timing-wise with all the stuff that goes on the ship. That was a boarding drone, I think. It was an ion drone. Okay. Darn. The flak recharges fast enough that I didn't think it was that big of an issue. Right now they don't have the ability to power that ion drone, so I'm actually pulling you out of there. Alright. I'm not accepting your offer of surrender. You're about to die. So that goes away. Please go repair that. You can do it. I can't tell if you're about to do it though. If you get to 20, I'm going to stop you. It's unfortunate how that just drained everything. So with 66 scrap, we can start getting some buffer. So I'm thinking we want buffer on drone control. Let's do that. Yeah, let's start with that. I think that's a better plan. We don't want our oxygen going down, and it gives us some slight opportunities here. So that's, yeah, that took almost nothing to get back in. All right. There's a store. What's there? I don't, like, what could possibly be there that would be useful? Could get a backup battery. Oh man. I can't afford that, and I don't think I can sell anything that would allow me to afford that. And honestly, I don't think I want to afford that. Because 4 power leaves me in a really awkward spot. I mean, I'd have to sell 2 of these, because I'd only be able to use 2 of them at the same time, and I don't think 5 shots is worth it compared to the technical 6 that I have between the flak 1. I mean, if they had the flak 2, I could sell the flak 1 and get it, I think. 32, it would have been close. Do I try? I mean, I might as well. More scrap, the better at this point. Missiles, but they have no defense. So we mind control the pilot, we launch the flak. We then launch the hull laser. We then go like this. Now they're hacking our engines, which means we have a very low dodge chance. Yeah, that wasn't much of a contest. With the way that we're tearing these guys apart, oh my gosh, we just got 140 scrap. Well, we're about to fight the flagship, so I'm thinking this is a good idea. I'm not too worried about the doors. Get some buffer on engine. That'll, because I basically have one extra power from here. So, the question is, where do I want the rest of the buffer? Yeah, I'll put it in shields. Alright. So, ridiculous number of defense drones. I don't think they will successfully hack us. I appreciate your effort, guys. So we're gonna mind control the pilot. We're gonna throw the flak 1 here. Alright, and then we throw... Alright, they're hacking our piloting, which is very unfortunate. Alright, we lost our defense drone 1. Alright, we're gonna launch the flak. Then we're gonna launch the hull laser. And we're gonna follow that immediately. Yes, we got the missiles red. They're not gonna be red for long, but they're red. Alright. See, we just got hit in the oxygen. I can afford to send him in there. It's nice to repair it before it actually becomes an issue. Missiles are back up. But I have cloaking. Alright. We're about to have mind control. I want to wait for that before sending the flak in. That was very unfortunate. It's worth cloaking against the missiles. One of those could have hit. It's not. Is it worth waiting for the flak? Yes, it is. And it's worth waiting for the flak because that mind control is going to last a good while longer. As it did. We killed one of them. Is it really worth taking that out is a very good question. It's one that I'm not entirely sure of the answer. There they go, cloaking. There we go, cloaking. You have 95% dodge. That's because our pilot isn't doing anything, basically. Darn it, all the missing. Alright, so we just try and hit as many rooms as we can at this point. I can aim at them while cloaked? Oh, it's because my sensors are so good. Wow, that's actually kind of impressive, but at the same time, kind of annoying. And they're done. Well, that was one. Alright, can I do anything with 39 scrap? Give myself any better protection? No. I could put it in the med bay, but everybody seems to be 100%. So off to defend the base. Would have been nice to get an anti-drone or something, but alright, we've got the missiles red. That's gonna give us a good chance in a lot of this. I need to kill him though, and I need to kill him like soon. Taking some heavy damage. Taking some really heavy damage from all these drones. We're getting our weapons fixed. Our cloak is getting fixed. We gotta have a roving repair crew. I almost have mind control back. I'm not going to have enough. Going to get in some trouble here. Alright, so our cloaking's knocked out. Get in here, help that Zoltan put that out. Try and hit as much as we possibly can, see if we can end this fight. Alright, this fight is over. Alright, so now all we have to do is repair everything. But that actually doesn't seem like it's going to be too hard. We're only 10 health down. Cloaking's almost up. Alright, everybody who's injured, which isn't that many people. I think it's just those guys. Yeah. Alright, and I think that's everyone. So everyone back to your stations. I guess doors are damaged still. I don't even think we saw an intruder drone. I think we kept getting hit by missiles and lasers and stuff because our drones were actually spending all their time preventing boarding drones from happening, which I actually am totally okay with. Let's get that protection on the drone control. Just in case that drone control gets hit, we'll be good. And now we fight. It's the final battle. Alright, so we do the crazy thing. We launch everything we can. Hit as many rooms as we can. We only have to have 1 bar of mind control to cancel those. I'm okay with this. You're going to die. I actually have to let those aim at my face. Alright, we wait for the flak. hope that was considered 9 points of damage and we get the achievement. We're gonna have to hit that one more time. People they sent to board us have failed. Which means they ironically don't have anybody to repair this stuff. Which means that we're probably totally good. Yeah, let's do this. Mind control you back. I think this fight's over. I think we've won quite handily. Very nice, very nice. That ended up being a really powerful run. I know I was a little quiet at the end there. Kirby, Aki, John, Firedim, Junpeng, Giles, Johnson, and King. We have defeated them. We have defeated the Federation. Sorry, we've defeated the Rebels. We're the Federation. Too much Star Wars. That's a really good score. That's, I think, the second best score. No, that is the best score. We bested our adjudicator run by 22 points. And we got 25-25 scrap in the year 25-25. If the stealth cruiser is still alive. So, yeah, got a little quiet at the end there. A lot of that was just kind of running on autopilot. The second they killed their crew by teleporting them all over to our ship, when I finally noticed that, I was like, oh, well, just, shoot the shields, and then we have free reign with nobody to repair them. We just started tearing through. Now, it was a little unfortunate that I couldn't stop the missiles from firing, but the 2 defense drones really helped a lot. The defense drone 1 was focused just on the missiles, which basically just meant, didn't have to worry. Always going towards missiles. Now, the defense drone 2, as we kind of know, if you've been watching any of my series, you know this, but if not, defense drone 2 is able to target other things such as lasers and ions. I guess I should have talked about that a little bit earlier. For any of those who are kind of like going, what's going on? Why defense drone 2? Why not going crazy on those? Because I did have an opportunity to buy a second one, I do believe. And the real reason is that because it can shoot lasers and it can only shoot so often, occasionally it'll shoot a laser and dodge a missile when your shield could have taken the laser and you wouldn't have cared. And the drone just doesn't have a way of knowing that. It doesn't compute that properly, or however it decides what it shoots at. It does prioritize a laser before a missile. And that said, there are sometimes that lasers, and especially ions, can be more dangerous than something else. I mean, granted, ions are usually less dangerous than missiles, but who knows? There are situations where it could be deadly or crazy. I mean, if it's one of those the charge ions that's about to do 4 damage to your shields, whereas the missile might only do 2, you never know. I mean, you can't ever really judge. Unfortunately, we did not manage to unlock either of these. Basically, the tactical approach, we just got screwed on that. Absolutely screwed. Really frustrating, actually. This one, avoiding 9 points of damage during a single cloak, I think we got it. Maybe it was because our defense drones shot down one of those missiles, and that's why. But otherwise, it's kind of hard to do that since the enemy isn't going to be firing at you. Still, great success. Definitely a great success, and that means that we are going to be looking at the Lanius ship for our next fight again. And that's just because we haven't defeated the game with it yet, despite the fact that we have the B layout, which is pretty interesting, if I do say so myself. Start with a lot of everything, but we are going advanced flag. Interesting. But yeah, basically, this is what we're going to be playing as next time. And if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please go ahead and like or favorite it. It really does help out a lot. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe to my channel. I try and release content relatively regularly, or at least predictably. So yeah, if you enjoyed the episode, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.